Well, thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster, for the introduction. I'll start off with a question. The title of the speech actually is, not sure if you knew this, but were you aware that there were countries, 3 countries I'm going to highlight right now, like the US, Germany, and apartheid-era South Africa, that actually had laws against interracial marriaging? Did you know about that, interracial marriaging? I just made that word up. But there were laws preventing folks from having interracial marriages in these countries. In fact, in 1967, after about 300 years of laws to prevent people from marrying in the United States, the Supreme Court case Loving versus Virginia found that the laws were unconstitutional and violated the 14th Amendment. 300 years it took them to figure this out. And so it goes on, though, because in Germany, according to the census, it was, I think it was about 15%, 2017, 15% of the people in Germany are actually interracial couples, despite the fact that in 1935, they had laws in place preventing it. So it took, I don't even know when it actually switched over. Now in South Africa, this is gonna wow you. From 1652, there were interracial marriages going on all the time, apparently, and there were no laws against it. Until 1948, the new National Party comes into place, and these guys decide to make laws in 1950 banning, prohibiting, for saying no to interracial marriages. After 300 and something years, they decide they don't want to do this anymore. Now, how crazy is that? Now, I know it's South Africa and it's the apartheid era, but the fact that the government did this in South Africa, banning those interracial marriages, to me is very interesting. So what ends up happening, I think it was 1985, the Immorality and Prohibition of Mixed Marriages, Mixed Marriages Amendment Act, they actually had the Amendment Act, was passed in 1985 to re-legalize marriages. What is going on with marriages? I won't get into it right now, but I do want to tell you something else, and I want to ask a question. Got to get some crowd participation. Which country has had legalized interracial marriages since 1873? Any guesses? There's a prize for whoever guesses. Give me some guesses. I'll give you I got 5 seconds on this.
Brazil?
So say it again.
Italy.
Canada.
Who? Canada.
Italy?
Who? Italy.
UK.
UK. Okay, time's up. You guys are using my time up. Who?
Cuba?
Double.
Japan.
So, who said what?
Japan.
The last guess, Japan, is correct. Give that woman a prize. I'm not sure who said that. But listen, that is kind of strange because, and actually, I'll say this. Japan actually has, I was going to give you this hint, but you figured it out. They actually have on March 14th, International Marriage Day. They got a holiday. I don't know how much of a holiday it is, but they've got a day, International Marriage Day in Japan. Now, let's juxtapose that against the fact that according to the data, Japan is almost 98% Japanese. Wait a minute. They got 1873, a head start on us. And there's still 98% Japanese people in Japan. Citizens I'm speaking of. So let's be clear, citizens. Now here's what's really cool. In 1987, 1 in 150 births in Japan were from interracial couples. 1 in 150. That's 1987. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. 2012, 1 in 50 births in Japan, due to interracial couples. 2020, 1 in 30 births in Japan are from interracial couples. What's going on in Japan? So I want to make sure I share this stuff with you because I found it pretty interesting. Now, might shock you, but in Japan, interracial children are called hafu, which is the Japanese pronunciation for half. That's kind of like their way of politely saying, you're not really Japanese. You're only hafu. Take that for what it's worth. Now, I'm going to pass on some information to you. Some of you may know, some of you may not. Naomi Osaka. If you know the name, you know that in 2018, this hafu won the US Open. And in 2019, she won the Australian Open. Bam! Hafu. So, and now they've also got a couple other folks who've done some things. We know the name Rui Hachimura. I know my buddy Terrence does. Terrence is on the line. Terrence can tell you. Rui Hachimura, hafu, NBA player for the Washington Wizards. Killing it. And Linkin Park, for you Linkin Park fans, the guitarist, Mike Shinoda. Well, someone knew it. Mike Shinoda, also hafu. Sounds like there's some good stuff going on being hafu. So I want to stop using this term in a moment, but I want to share something with you guys. Did you know in 2015, Miss Japan, Ariana Miyamoto, hafu. A sister was Miss Japan and represented Japan in the Miss Universe pageant. Hello, something's going on in Japan. And the following year, another young lady, half Indian and Japanese, represented in the Miss World pageant for Japan. Whoa, what is going on? So I have to make sure I point out something because these are all great facts, great details, but I want to make sure I bring something else to your attention. You know, the numbers of hafu people in Japan, with that phrase, they've decided back in the 1990s that they don't want to be called hafu. Sounds like a transition that I can relate to in America, where we've had some name adjustments because we wanted to switch it up. We didn't like the connotation associated with it. In this case, they've come up with another phrase in the 1990s, but unfortunately it hasn't taken hold. It's daburu. Daburu. And just so you know, daburu is actually the Japanese pronunciation for double. Daburu. So, and reason for that is, in Japan, the people decide, you know, this hafu has such a negative connotation. We're not less than Japanese. We're adding on. We are of two. We've increased who we are. And I think that is an awesome thing. They bring two cultures together as opposed to just being one. So there's something more positive. But unfortunately, Japan hadn't allowed that one to kind of take hold yet. But I'm wishing them the best because I think it's awesome. And so there are YouTube channels out there right now. If you're interested in looking them up, one is called Hafu Talk, and the other one is called Asian Boss. And these two are forums on YouTube for young people, because in Japan there's so many, starting to be so many, obviously you heard the numbers, that they need an outlet to feel like they can talk to one another and relate. And it's really cool. I actually watched a couple in preparation for this speech. And I'm gonna check my time because I can only see a few folks. I see it, I got time. So let me bring it to a close. I just wanna make sure you guys know, personally, there's a young man by the name of Tahiro Aso Thompson-Cook. He is Daburu. My wife is from Japan. She is a Japanese citizen born and raised, and that brother has dual citizenship. So, and I want to tell you that my son is an amazing dude. He's bilingual. He attended Japanese preschool in San Francisco and in Japan. up until the 3rd grade when he told me that his favorite subject, although we're not allowed to say things are hard, we can say they're new. He said, Dad, my favorite subject right now is recess. These guys are way ahead of us, and this is not cool. And I said, okay, brother, okay. So we, at that point, decided to take him out of school when he goes to Japan on a 2-week vacation. So, but Taihiro has decided also that he's created a logo and a product line that he's hoping to push out. And he's 15 now, and his product line is called Whole Half. And it's for people in Japan who have been made to feel like they're less than, but in fact, they're a whole person that are made of 2 separate halves. And if you ask him, he'll tell you I'm 100% Japanese and I'm 100% Black, for anyone who's asking. Madam Toastmaster, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim. Your enthusiasm is ever unfading. All right, so we gotta move along here. Speaker number 2, Connie. Your speech is evaluation and feedback, and I will go ahead and let you run with it. Connie.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everyone. I'll try to keep it brief. My topic today is to talk about Zoom meetings, researching, trying to find out, trying to share some things. Among the most common Zoom problems I found based on an article entitled The Common Zoom Problems and How to Fix Them by Arif Bacchus on digitaltrends.com are things such as echoes, lagging, freezing, like Lillian experienced. Screen doesn't show up right, people don't show up right. Oh wait, doggone it, guys. I am so sorry. Let me continue here. It's really important to be thoughtful of the environment you're in.
I paused.
I have found things in real world that these articles didn't cover, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I don't know, is anybody having trouble hearing me? Oh my God, I left my fan on. Let me turn that off real quick. And it's important to pay attention to everything, right? It actually blackened my screen because we had planes fly over. I live near an airport. Think of these things before your meetings. Let me go ahead. And, oh my gosh, did I leave my video off? I am so sorry. Let me fix that right away. Okay. Doing better. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot my screen to be open. Okay, let's make sure everyone pays attention to their video. Highly important to understand how the Zoom green screen works. You want to have an interesting background, maybe something a little muted, maybe something a little kind of neutral, nothing controversial. Oh crap. Sorry, let me fix that right away. Oh, okay, that's better. That's so much better because it's not distracting at all have the kittens in the background while I'm talking about something, is it? And so, you know, this is an option, but maybe not good if you have people who get motion sick. And one of the things I have called my own team members out on, I don't know if any of you have, is when you are on a call and they are clearly looking at their screens and not paying attention to what you say. Especially if you wear glasses, it's kind of easy to tell I'm not looking at you guys and you can see my screen. I actually told a coworker and started talking about how a shark had come to bite him and he was bleeding. He didn't even notice. Pay attention. We all are suffering through Zoom. But please, you know, pay attention to it. And, you know, if somebody, you know, is a little funky looking, you know, have some sympathy. It's not the easiest thing in the world. You know, things happen, kids run up behind you. It's a tough thing. So You know, oh, my tennis is on. Oh my God, Garen's losing. I'm so, oh, sorry. Don't have things on in the background because you will lose track and be, oh my gosh, look at that. Just be considerate of your fellow workers, Toastmasters members, whatever it is. It's really important to pay attention, especially God bless any of you who are homeschooling kids on Zoom. I wish you the best. So maybe something neutral. And another dead giveaway. Do not do this. This is a bad thing. Mute your keyboard, mute your screen. And I'm going to leave you with one last tip. One of the things I have noticed is screen sharing is sometimes doesn't work the way you would expect it to. So make sure when you're sharing your screen that you really have the right thing prepped. Because, you know, I have actually seen something akin to this happen. Oh my gosh, was I working? No, I was not. Oh no, that's not what I meant to share. Be mindful of these things. We've been doing this for a few months now. We'll get better. So I would recommend a fun background, maybe something like, oh, I don't know. I have so many to pick from because I'm so bored. This reminds me of my Halloween costume. Not everyone gets the reference, but if you do, it's fun. This is a pretty safe and neutral one. You know, nothing controversial about beautiful scenic backgrounds. Not too distracting. So something like this is really good. Have some fun with it if you can, because Lord knows, we need what fun we can. And I think most of us can relate to this one right now. Working at Herbalife the last 6 months in supply chain has been a wild, wild ride. So I don't see I've met my minimum time, Abdu. Am I correct? Okay, thank you. I will turn it back over to our Toastmaster.
Thank you, Connie.